In your starting five, and also when I asked you about the best players ever to play, you didn't mention E'Twaun Moore. Why is that?
Well, I mean, no doubt, man. Twan is an awesome player. I mean, he really is. But I think at the time that I'm talking about, you know, with me picking Marlon as, you know, one of the best players come through Central, you know what I'm saying? The talent level was a lot higher. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the competition level, you know, and being able to put in work with that many talented players on your team, you know what I'm saying? Is kind of unrivaled, man. I mean, Twan by far has the best resume. And I think somebody else might have mentioned that. I mean, he's done a lot more. You know, won a lot of accolades, man. I mean, everybody here is proud of the kid. You know, we are proud of the kid. You know, he's doing really well for himself, representing the city, representing, you know, himself in a great manner. You know, his family and all of that. And it's no slight to him not to put him in that category, man. But if we had to put E'Twaun, if you could take his skills and put him back at that time with those guys, Marlon Anderson and all those guys in that time period, I think he would have done well, but he would have got a chance to see how much harder it was to do the things you were doing.
More talent.
Yeah, you know, more talent. You know, the ball is not always coming to you, you know what I'm saying? Because the ball can go to 3 other people that's just as good as you. You know, and I think a lot of people don't recognize that either. You know, a lot of those teams, I know the team in '97, the ball could have went to anybody on the floor. I mean, the ball could have went to a couple of guys on the bench, you know, and there you have it, you know. Whoever the ball goes to, you know, I think on the team E'Twaun played on, I mean, he had a lot of the focus, you know, which was good. I mean, the focus needed to be on him in order for them to win. And he had a decent team, you know, real good team. He had
2007 state championship team, because they beat 1997.
No.
What's the score?
Because they're a Central team, I give them 10 to 15 points, man. I give them 10 to 15. They'll stay within 10 to 15. But do they beat us? Do the 2017 beat 97? Hands down, no. No way, you know. And I'm not even second guessing, man. No.
E'Twaun, KK, Angel, Connor, you know, all the different guys on the team couldn't beat y'all.
No. Good team, but do they beat a Bobby Smith in his prime, a Troy Avery, a Chris Woods, a Ronnie Nixon, a Willie Davis, a Udi Baker, a Rick Wright, a Jobby Gillis, a Cedric King, a Ezel Moore in their prime? No.
Eric Lowe?
Yeah, I mean, I can't, you know, there's people that I'm leaving, and I'm sorry for that, but, and an Eric Lowe, you know, and that was our shooter. No, do they beat them guys in their prime? No way. No way. You know, and then I'm leaving out Marcus Jefferson.
Yeah.
I can't leave out my guy, you know, Marcus Jefferson. You know, and the only reason why I think, you know, I really can't put Jeffries in that, you know, in a lot of those categories. And I'm kind of clarifying some things at the end here. Is because we got to remember, Jeffries left Central after his sophomore year. He wasn't there his junior or senior year. He went to a private school. He only went to Central for 2 seasons.
He was there junior year, I think. He left his senior year.
No, I don't think he was there. I think he left. He did not. No, he didn't play Woods in him senior year.
Yeah, he did. He played after after you left.
You gotta clear it up for me. You know,
no, you good.
Around,
no, you good. Yeah, but he played the 1 year after you left. He played at junior year, then he left the senior year. You're right.
Okay.
You're right. Yeah.
You know, but I mean, that's my take on it. You know, like I said, I hope I'm not slighting anybody, man. I don't want to slight anybody out there, because all of the guys that I grew up with and played with, man, were awesome players, man, and they went on to do some amazing things. You know, it's unfortunate that you have to try to break it down into a best 5, but you know, I'm going strictly by position. I ain't thinking about characters or you know how many points they scored. I'm thinking about who played the best at that position. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But that doesn't mean that those guys was the most talented.
Yeah.
What do
you who is the toughest opponent you ever played against?
High school or college?
Both.
High school, I think the toughest opponent I ever played against was my sophomore year was TJ Lux.
Yeah, nice. Maryville.
Yeah. I think that was the toughest opponent I ever played against, and I got a lot of minutes that game. I had to try to bring my A game. Will Puckett and Wayne Jackson, they wanted that game bad because Maryville had been talking a lot of trash and all of that. And we took them to, when we played them in the regular season, I think we took them to a 1 overtime. I got a lot of minutes that game, but definitely, because the guy was big, could put the ball on the ground, and could shoot. And I think when he went off to college, he played like a 3. I don't think he played down low.
Yeah.
So it was tough to
Northern Illinois or somewhere.
You're talking about 6'10". He's 6'9", 6'10".
Yeah.
Shooting, putting on the ground, posting. By far toughest opponent I've ever had to play in high school. Now when I got to college, when we played Duke, it was a series of players on that team. Pick one: Shane Battier, Elton Brand, Jeff Capel. Who else was on that squad? Chris Burgess, and I think Chris Burgess was the #1 player in the country that year for the '97 class. #1 player, and he didn't even start. Elton Brand started over him.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha. What kind of advice can you give to an athlete who may one day be in your position? Tall guy, great ball skills, but he's forced to play a position that he really shouldn't be playing because of his height. What kind of advice can you give to that guy?
The best advice I can give is play your game. You have to play your own game. Even if they put you at a position that you don't like playing, And in high school, sometimes it's like that. They have to sometimes go by height to match up, But it's the schools that win that choose to play people at their natural position.
Gotcha.
But if you're one of those players that's like I was, or something of that nature, just continue to work on your game. Try to stay within the structure they're trying to put you in. But at the same time, if you don't prove that you can do certain things, then they're gonna peg. They're gonna say, you're only the power forward. I believe once you prove that you can shoot the ball, you can put the ball on the ground. Some things will open up. Open up for you. But don't stop doing it. Don't stop doing it. Maybe you can't do it at the high school level with the school team, but when they put you, if you playing summer league or AAU, you make sure you work on those things there. That's a problem that I'm seeing with a lot of the kids that's playing now. A lot of them are just guards. They got them playing center, and when they get out of high school, they're gonna have some issues as far as trying to make it on the next level. They can't handle the ball or shoot, past 5 feet. So.
Gotcha.
That's my advice.
Well, what are you currently doing now in your life? You have a son playing basketball, involved in sports. Give me some feedback on what you're doing and also your excitement for your son.
Okay. Well, right now I'm an athletic director over at the Boys and Girls Club in East Chicago. Still in my veins. And along with my son, I'm very excited about my kid, man. A lot of people around the city already know who he is, AJ Nixon. And from what I can tell and what I'm looking at, man, he's going to be 10 times better than I was. And I was pretty good. But he already has the body. I'm looking at his size. He already has the body. His mentality is far surpasses what my mentality was. And then he's learning how to play at a younger age than I did. I think I started playing around 7 or 8 years old. I didn't start getting good maybe to about 10, 11 years old. But he's been playing since he was 4. Live competition. And and he's not just playing basketball, he's playing football. So it's a lot of excitement, And I know he's gonna be a big kid. He's gonna be taller than me. I'm 6'7". And right now I'm looking at a kid that's probably gonna be about 6'10", 6'11".
That's crazy.
It sounds crazy. I know people wonder, well, how you know he's gonna be that tall? We take him for his examinations. His mom takes him for his examinations and his physicals. you know, all the time on a regular basis, and he's like way over his growth chart. So we looking at a 6'10", 6'11" kid. So East Chicago, get ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Ronnie, man, I want to thank you for being on the website, man. Been a pleasure having you on. In the near future, man, I'm gonna be doing a documentary on the 1997 and 1998 basketball teams. I don't want to call you guys bust, but
wow.
But that's gonna be the main, main focus on it, man. I mean, those two groups, I mean, talented ball clubs, man, and
and to lose the same way because they lost the same way the following year, the first round of the section.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
Yeah, it's rough.
So a lot of questions to be answered, a lot of things to say. Yeah, man. But I want to thank you for being on the website, man, and I look at, in the near future, I look to do more work with you. More stuff.
Thank you.
No problem. This is Ronnie Nixon, East Chicago Central, Mercer University, star basketball player, class of 1997. This is Athletes Last Network. Once an athlete, always an athlete.